I thought I'd just read one of my favorite passages because I was sitting here reading. It's Psalm 139. You have searched me, Lord, and you know me. You know when I sit and when I rise. You perceive my thoughts from afar. You discern my going in and my lying down. You are familiar with all my ways. He is. Before a word is on my tongue, you, Lord, know it completely. You hem me in behind and before, and you lay your hand upon me. Such knowledge is too wonderful for me, too lofty for me to attain. Where can I go from your spirit? Where can I flee from your presence? If I go up to the heavens, you're there. If I make my bed in the depths, you're there. If I rise on the wings of the dawn, if I settle on the far side of the sea, even there your hand will guide me. Your right hand will hold me fast. If I say, surely the darkness will hide me, and the light become night around me, even the darkness will not be dark to you. The night will shine like the day, for darkness is as light to you. For you created my inmost being. You knit me together in my mother's womb. I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Your works are wonderful. I know that full well. Wow, that's just halfway through, and that is amazing. I know sometimes I struggle with, you know, am I good enough? Do I make the cut? I struggle with some self-esteem, some insecurities and things, but man, that's a good reminder. God made me. And it says right here, I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Your works are wonderful. His works are wonderful. I know that full well. My frame was not hidden from you when I was made in the secret place, when I was woven together in the depths of the earth. Your eyes saw my unformed body. God knew us before we were ever even born. All the days ordained for me were written in your book before one of them came to be. How precious to me are your thoughts, God. How vast is the sum of them. Were I to count them, they would outnumber the grains of sand. When I wake, I am still with you. If only you, God, would slay the wicked away from me, you who are bloodthirsty. They speak of you with evil intent. Your adversaries misuse your name. Do I not hate those who hate you, Lord, and abhor those who are in rebellion against you? I have nothing but hatred for them. I count them my enemies. Search me, God, and know my heart. Test me and know my anxious thoughts. See if there is any offensive way in me, and lead me in the way of everlasting. That is a really great prayer right there. That's David's prayer. It doesn't really have a title. It just says for the director of music of David, a psalm. It says for the director of music. That's interesting. Um, but that right there at the end, I thought was a really great prayer. See if there's an offensive way in me. See if there is an offensive way in me, and lead me in the way of everlasting. I think, that's kind of been my prayer lately is, for God to search my heart and to change my desires to be his desires, to change my will to be his will, to help me to speak in love and kindness and in a way that is pleasing to him instead of, sometimes the way I feel. I know that y'all probably find this hard to believe, but sometimes I don't feel like being nice. And sometimes I don't feel like being very friendly. And sometimes I don't feel like the things that I want to say, are very nice. And sometimes I don't always say nice things. Sometimes use hurtful words. And I've learned that when I do, that God forgives me. He's already forgiven me. He paid the price for my sins, but I do have to work on forgiving myself. So that's my thought for the day: is God is with us always, everywhere. He is with us when we wake up in the morning, when we go to sleep at night. The Bible does tell us another verse, another verse, that when we wake up, when we go to sleep at night, God is thinking about us, and when we wake up in the morning, He's still thinking about us. So He's like sitting there all night long thinking about us while we're sleeping. That's pretty cool, huh? It also says here, remember, you are fearfully and wonderfully made. Love you.